I still remember the sting of that notification, his name lighting up my screen while I sat alone in my half-packed dorm room. My full-ride scholarship letter lay open on the desk, a victory I'd bled for. But his message? That was the cut that went deeper than any failure ever had. Good. Now I can use your college fund on a real family vacation. Real family? The words tasted metallic in my mouth. When he posted the beach photos the next morning, sunlight glowing over his new wife, her son perched on his shoulders like some replacement trophy, I didn't cry. I didn't even blink. I just read the caption slowly, calmly, letting every syllable carve itself into something sharp inside me. No deadweight this time. And he didn't notice the comment underneath his post. Not yet. But he would. People assume betrayal comes with thunder. Mine didn't. It arrived quiet, years before the beach, hidden inside his small, habitual dismissals. A father who loved the idea of a child more than the work of raising one. A man who called responsibility, burden, sacrifice inconvenience, and my achievements bare minimum. Still, I tried. I always tried. When I got my first A+ in physics, he barely looked up. But when her son got a participation ribbon, he clapped like the kid had reinvented gravity. I'd spent years telling myself the shift wasn't personal, that he was tired, stressed, distracted. But deep down, the truth waited. Quiet, patient. It wasn't me that changed, it was him. And the moment the scholarship freed him from any moral obligation toward me, he showed his real face. The beach photos weren't betrayal, they were confirmation. I didn't confront him. I didn't send long messages demanding apology. Why waste breath on someone who'd made it clear I took too much space already? So I planned instead. Not revenge at first, just distance, independence. But planning has a way of revealing paths you didn't consider. And the moment he redirected my college fund, my fund, toward his new family vacation, I realized something important. My father had always underestimated me. And that weakness was useful. He'd never imagined I'd understand the financial papers he left lying around. Never thought I'd question why he changed the beneficiary on his life insurance. Never assumed I'd notice his sloppy bookkeeping or the money transfers that would raise eyebrows at the IRS. But I noticed everything. I cataloged it, quietly, methodically, the way you'd study a dangerous animal, never provoking, just observing, memorizing the angles of attack. Every screenshot, every transaction, every admission he'd typed without thinking. He'd called me deadweight? I almost laughed. The day his post went viral wasn't the day I planned. That was just a bonus. People don't like fathers who mock their own kids publicly. They like them even less when someone anonymously leaks proof of tax evasion, undeclared assets, and fraudulent transfers to avoid paying child support. Who leaked it? I didn't sign my name. I didn't need to. I let the evidence speak. Let the comments gather momentum. Let the accountants, coworkers, and quiet gossips do what they do best. Tear him apart. By the time CPS launched an inquiry into his financial instability, he was already spiraling. His boss suggested he resign. His new wife wasn't pleased to discover the college fund vacation money wasn't his to spend. Her son stopped calling him dad. And through it all, he kept posting. Desperate, defensive, flailing. Then, finally, he made a mistake. He replied to the wrong comment. Mine. A single sentence under his collapsing world. Funny how fast things fall apart when you remove the deadweight. He froze. Deleted it. But screenshots don't disappear. Within hours, it was everywhere. And that's when he noticed the username, the one he hadn't paid attention to, the one right beneath his original beach post. Mine. I didn't need to face him in person. I didn't need yelling or chaos. My silence was confrontation enough. But the real payoff came months later, when he showed up at campus, thinner, quieter, carrying eyes that finally saw me, not as deadweight, but as the one person capable of destroying him. "You ruined my life," he whispered. I looked at him, calm and steady, finally understanding the power he once held over me had evaporated. "No," I said. "You handed me the pieces. I just rearranged them." He had no response. There was nothing left to defend. Sometimes people think revenge is about rage. They're wrong. Revenge is clarity. It's the moment you realize the person who hurt you can no longer touch you. Not because they changed, but because you did. And when I walked away from him that day, scholarship in hand, future wide open, I didn't feel guilt, just relief. Because deadweight doesn't sink you. It teaches you how to swim.